Are today's real estate prices declining? Yes. Are they nosediving like 2008? No. I'm Jamie.meushaw with eXp Realty, and I'm here to talk to you about today's market versus what happened in 2008. We're in two completely different markets. The 2008 real estate market was marked by a significant housing market crash, triggered by a subprime mortgage crisis. The crisis was caused by a combination of factors including lax lending standards, a lack of regulations, and a housing bubble fueled by easy credit. As a result, many homeowners found themselves with mortgages they couldn't afford because they were approved for loans such as interest-only loans and then adjusted to a full-blown principal and interest, or loans that were called ARMs, where the mortgage rate was a certain amount for a certain number of years and began to increase over time. After homeowners were no longer able to afford their mortgages, a significant number of homes went into foreclosure. Many of these borrowers were also putting zero down by having a first and a second mortgage equaling 100% of the value of the property that they were purchasing at. Essentially, they had zero equity in the property. This caused property values to plummet, resulting in a severe recession. Many homeowners lost significant amounts of money, and the market took several years to recover. Fast forward to today's market. The lending guidelines are significantly tightened and underwriting of loans becomes stricter to make sure borrowers can actually afford the homes they are purchasing. At 43.6%, the average U.S. loan to value, also known as the LTV, ratio is only slightly higher than in the past 2 quarters and still significantly lower than the 71.3% loan to value seen move into the Great Recession in the first quarter of 2010. Therefore, today's homeowners are in a much better position to weather the current housing slowdown and a potential recession than they were 12 years ago. In the third quarter of 2022, homeowners on average nationwide saw an average increase in equity of $34,400. This number is lower today, but the fact is a large amount of buyers that purchased a home in the last 2 years were putting more than 20% down or paying all cash for these properties. If you weren't putting a minimum of 20% down the last 2 years, then it was very difficult for you to secure a home. With that being said, equity is declining at a slower rate than it did in 2008, in addition to having fixed rate mortgages that are locked in below 4%. This means homeowners are also paying off. With that being said, equity is declining at a slower rate than it did in 2008, in addition to having fixed rate mortgages that are locked in below 4%. This means that homeowners are also paying off their loans at a faster pace. No one can see the future, but indicators show that the market is starting to heat up again, and the rates have dropped recently over the last 4 weeks. If you have any question about this market or the market in 2008, which I grinded through, schedule an appointment with me below in my Calendly, or feel free to text me or email me at any time to discuss. I'm Jamie.meushaw with eXp Realty.